The younger apartment is in Chicago's South Side. The apartment has old worn furnishings. The time is between World War II and the present.
Walter Lee, it's time for you to get up.
Ruth tries to wake up Travis, who is sleeping on the couch. She fills a pot and puts it to boil. She walks back to Travis to wake him up.
Travis.
Travis sits up, grabs clothes and towels, and leaves to the bathroom across the hall. Ruth opens the door of her bedroom and yells at Walter to wake up. She waits until he finally begins to get up. As Ruth walks to the kitchen, Walter comes out of the bedroom.
Oh my, is he out yet?
What you mean out? He barely got in.
Why are you yelling so early in the morning? Is insurance money coming yet?
They said Saturday, and I hope to God you ain't gonna come up here this early in the morning and stop talking to me about no money, because I don't want to hear it.
Something wrong with you?
No, what kind of eggs you want?
Just cut. Where's the paper?
Ruth points to the paper on the table. Walter picks it up and skims across the page.
Really? I said cook. It says here they set off another bomb yesterday.
Did they?
What is wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong, and quit asking.
Looking at his watch.
Where in the world is Travis? I can't keep being late to work because of this boy.
It ain't his fault there's good for nothing loudmouth up until 10 o'clock and what's supposed to be in his bedroom.
So that's what you're mad about. Ain't no woman care what his friends have to talk about.
Goes to the window to smoke a cigar.
Why do you always have to smoke before you eat in the morning?
Looking out the window.
Look at them out there. Is everyone such in a hurry? You look real young this morning, baby. For a tiny second, as you gave me those whole eggs, it's gone now.
Man, if you don't shut up and leave me alone.
Looking out the window again.
Oh my. Colored women are so evil at night. Supposed to stop.
Travis appears in the door.
Hey, Daddy, come on.
Walter gathers his things and heads to the bathroom.
Sit down and eat breakfast, Travis.
Mama, it's Friday. Is the check coming in?
Get your mind off money and eat.
Well, we're supposed to take 50 cents to school today. Teacher said so.
I don't care what she said. We don't have no 50 cents. Now eat.
Then can I go carry groceries today after school?
Hush, I said.
Travis drops his spoon into his bowl.
If you're done, go make your bed.
Travis gets up and walks to the couch.
I'm gone.
Come here. Let me fix your hair. Get your jacket. It's cold out.
Leaving.
Mocking.
Mama makes me so mad sometimes. I want to kiss her goodbye for nothing.
She waits.
Come give Mama a kiss.
What is it that boy wants to do?
Go carry groceries after school.
Whoa, what?
I have to, but she won't give me the money.
Why not?
So we don't have it.
Don't tell my boy those type of things. Here you go. As a matter of fact, I'll give you extra 50 cents. Spend it on what you want.
Golly, Daddy, thank you.
You better get to school
Watches
now.
both of them.
You better get to school now.
Travis exits.
That's my boy. So, Willie Harris and I were talking.
Willie Harris is a good for nothing loudmouth.
Remember Charlie Atkins? You called him a loudmouth too. And now, he's making $100,000 a year. $100,000 a year.
Walter, leave me alone.
Sitting beside her.
Mama always listens to you. That's it. You have to convince her. Me and Willie Harris and Bobo have everything set. The liquor store we want costs $75,000. Of course, there's a couple hundreds that you gotta let go if you want your license early.
Walter, leave me alone.
She looks up and stares at him, then quietly.
Eat your eggs. They're getting cold.
Really? My eggs? You didn't even cook them. How am I supposed to eat this? I tell you something, and all you're worried about is my eggs?
He brings his fist down on his thighs.
Eat your eggs, Walter.
Slams the table.
Damn my eggs! Damn my eggs that ever was!
Then go to work.
I'm here telling you my personal dream, and all you care about are my eggs and work. Really?
Honey, you never say anything new.
Man tied to erase a woman with strong minds.
Ruth stands to get the ironing board to start on a pile of clothes. Benita enters without looking at Ruth or Walter and goes to the door, looking to the bathroom to see if it's occupied. She sits at the table.
I'm going to start timing these people.
Where's the paper? Pushing the paper to her and looks at her like he doesn't know her.
Is it horrible at this time in the morning? How's school coming?
Lovely. Biology is the greatest. I dissected something that looked like you today.
I was just wondering if you made up your mind and everything.
And what did I tell you yesterday? And the day before that?
I'm interested in you. Is there something wrong with that? It's just that there's not a lot of girls that
Want to
be a doctor. Exactly.
Walter, why don't you leave that girl alone and get to work?
The check is coming in tomorrow.
That money belongs to Mama. She can do whatever she wants with it and it doesn't involve you. It's her money. I don't ask for anything.
Wow, look at you, knowing Mama at heart. You're such a nice girl, but if you ever need money for medical school, she can pay for that, can't she?
What do you want from me? Do you want me to skip school? Or better just die?
Die, please. I just want you to stop acting all holy around here. Ruth and I made sacrifices for you. What have you done?
Don't drag me in it.
You are in it.
Walter, that's not fair.
It's not like anybody expects you to go to your knees and say thank you.
Well, I do.
Drops to her knees.
Forgive me! Forgive me!
Please stop. Mama will hear you.
Why do you have to be a doctor? Just be a nurse and be quiet.
Wow. You finally said it. Walter, just leave me alone. That money belongs to Mama, and being a big baby about it isn't going to change that. She's not going to give you money for a liquor store.
Nobody understands me.
Because you're a nut!
Why are you always picking on your brother?
From the door, re-enters very shyly.
Ruth?
Looks at him and teasingly says,
50 cents. Here, take a taxi.
Sure will.
you're supposed to stop it.
Mama crosses the room to go to the window and opens it. She brings in her dying plant to feel the soil, then sets it back outside.
Who's that around here slamming doors at this hour?
Walter and Betty at it again.
Not children and daytakers. If this plant don't get more sun, I'm gonna see it spring again.
Turns wrong window.
What's wrong, Ruth? You look tired. You ever been ironing all those things today? Leave some for me, I'll get some. Benny, honey, you're half dressed. Why didn't you get my robe and put it on?
Mama, I'm not cold.
See, bed Travis left.
Lord have mercy. Look at that bed. You try to me?
Moves
He
his
doesn't
fixed
try
bed.
at all. He knows you're just gonna come right behind him and fix it.
What was you and your brother fussing about?
She gets up and looks at the hall to the bathroom. She rushes with her towel in hand.
What was they fighting about?
You know as well as I do.
Shaking her head.
Brother still worrying about the money?
You know he is. Lena, what are you gonna do with it?
Don't you start, child. It's early to be talking about money. It ain't Christian.
He has his heart set on that store.
You mean that liquor store Mother Harris wants to invest in? We ain't business people, Ruth.
Nobody is a business person until they get into business.
What's got into you? Walter finally convinced you on investing.
No. Something's happening between Walter and I. I don't know what it is, but he needs something. Something I can't give him. He needs his chance. Frowning.
But liquor, honey?
He will always drink liquor.
Well, whether they drink it isn't our business. But whether I go into business selling it is.
Stopping in her tracks and looking at Ruth.
What's the matter? We were going to fall over right there.
I'm tired.
And stay home from work today. I'll call her and tell you got
Fuck, when the
The
weed
house
too
will
loud.
win. We need the money.
If you use Somebody would have thought that my kids all would starve to death the way they talk about money. We got a big check coming tomorrow.
Zoning out.
$10,000.
Sure is wonderful. You should take a trip somewhere.
Throwing her hands in the air.
Oh, child.
I'm serious. You should just pack up and leave this place and have some time for yourself for once. Rich white people do it all the time.
Something always told me I wasn't a rich white person.
What are you going to do with it then?
Trying to make up her mind.
I haven't decided. Some of it's going to be safer beneath the schooling money. And I've been thinking, maybe we can move into a nice home. Somewhere with a big yard for Travis to play in.
Looking at Mama and concentrating on ironing.
Lord knows I gotta get out of this rat trap.
Looks up, looks around, then leans back.
Rat trap. Yeah, that's all this is.
Smiling.
Honey, Big Walter used to come in here nights and then slump down on that couch. There and just look at the rug and back at me. And then when I lost a baby, I thought I lost Big Walter too. He was one man to love his children.
Nothing can break you like losing a baby. He was a good man. I like Mr. Younger.
He was crazy about his children. I mean, yeah, there was a lot wrong with him, but he really loved children. He always said, God gave black men only dreams, but he also gave them children to make up for those dreams. He was one man to love his children.
Renita comes in while brushing her hair.
Why is she vacuuming her rugs every day?
I wish a specific woman around here would be inspired to clean some rugs too.
How much cleaning can a house need, for Christ's sake?
Listen to her. Just listen.
Oh, God.
Use the Lord's name just one more time.
Whiny.
Oh, Mama. Why is everybody on my ass today?
What time you be home from school today?
Kinda late. I have guitar lessons today.
Oh my.
How long before you get tired of this too? Just like how you got tired about that acting group last year.
Look at Ruth.
And what was it the year before that?
Horseback riding where she wasted $50.
Why you gotta go from one thing to another?
I experiment with different forms of expression.
Like riding a horse.
People have to express themselves one way or another.
What do you want to express?
Me!
Mama and Ruth burst into laughter.
I don't expect you to understand.
Who are you going out with tomorrow?
George Murchison again. I mean, I like him enough to go out with him and stuff, but
What does Ann stuff mean?
mind your own business.
Stop picking at her.
Chuckles, then looks at Benny suspiciously.
What does it mean?
Oh, I mean, I just can't be serious with George. He's so shallow.
Shallow. He's rich.
I know he's rich, and he knows he's rich too.
What other qualities does a man have to please you?
You wouldn't understand. Any person married to Walter wouldn't understand. He's crazy.
You wouldn't marry George Murchison if he asked you one day that pretty rich thing?
I wouldn't marry him if all I feel for him is what I feel now. Besides, George's family wouldn't like it.
And why not?
The Murchisons are honest to God, real live rich colored people. And only people in the world who's more snobbish than rich white people are rich colored people. I've met Miss Murchison and she's a saint.
Don't be mean to people just because they're rich.
Why not? People do it all the time. Get over it. Listen, I'm going to be a doctor, and George, for one, thinks that's funny. I'm going to be a doctor, and everyone better understand that.
Of course you'll be a doctor, God willing.
God doesn't have a thing to do with it. I get tired of hearing about God.
Benny!
I'm serious. What does he have to do with anything? Does he pay tuition?
Benita, that was unnecessary.
Why? Why can't I say what I want like everybody else? Mama, you don't understand. I don't believe in God. I don't even think about it. I'm just tired of him getting all the credit. There's simply no God. There's only man, and it's he who makes miracles.
Mama thinks about this speech while studying her daughter, and then slaps her powerfully across the face.
Say after me. In my mother's house, there is still God.
There's a long pause, and Benny stares at the floor.
In my mother's house, there is still God.
In my mama's house, there is still a God.
Their idea is not allowed in this house as long as I'm still leaving.
Yes, ma'am.
Mama goes to her bedroom.
You think you're all grown, but you're still a little girl. And what you did was childish, so you got treated like one.
I see. I also see that everyone is alright with Mama being a tyrant, but all the tyranny in the world will never put a God in the heavens.
Picks up books and heads out. Goes to Mama's door.
She said she was sorry.
My children frighten me, Ruth.
Sprinkling water on her plant.
They got spirit, Benny and Walter. Just like this little plant.
You have stubborn children, and it takes a strong woman like you to keep them in check.
She has her back to Ruth, who has stopped ironing. Ruth is leaning against something with her hand on her head, trying to play it off.
You sure love that little old thing, don't you?
We almost went in a garden.
Looks out of the window while placing the plant outside.
Nothing is as dreary as looking out this window on a dreary day. Might you sing this morning, Ruth? Sing No Always Tired. That song lifts me up so.
Finally turns around to see Ruth laid out on the floor in semi-consciousness.
Ruth, honey, what's wrong?